Today, we profile Mr. John Riccardo, the man who sacrificed his career to save Chrysler Corporation and its 250,000 teammates in 1979. This man lived for Jesus, and he lived love. He was born in 1924 and grew up in Little Falls, New York. He served in the China-Burma-India Theater in World War II. He earned a master's degree in economics from the University of Michigan. Thereupon, he married the love of his life, Thelma. In 1959, he joined Chrysler Corporation, and his rapid rise up Chrysler's executive ladder earned him the nickname the Rocket. He became Chrysler's president in 1970 and its chairman in 1975. He led Chrysler in the 70s through the extreme challenges of the oil embargo, inflation, government regulations, and the Japanese imports battering the Detroit automakers. For 2 years, he took a commercial flight every other week from Detroit to Washington, D.C. to try to get a bailout loan from the federal government for Chrysler. Did that for 2 years. Then in 1978, he hired Lee Iacocca to help save Chrysler. Thereupon, both he and Lee Iacocca would go every other week to Washington, D.C., begging for the bailout. In September of 1979, a man, Larry Eichelberger, from the Carter administration, took Mr. Riccardo aside and said, as long as you're associated with Chrysler, President Carter will not give Chrysler Corporation the bailout because he associates you as the old regime. That night, he flew back. He was 55 years old, and at the dinner table, he announced to Thelma and their 5 children, I'm going to retire from Chrysler in the morning. Friends with no golden parachute. Soon thereafter, Lee Iacocca received $1.2 billion from the federal government, thereby saving Chrysler from bankruptcy. Upon Mr. Riccardo's death in 2016, the following note, accompanied by flowers, was sent to his wake. Dear Thelma and family, John sacrificed himself to save Chrysler, and in doing so, changed the course of my life. I only regret our time together was brief, and I didn't have the opportunity to get to know him and you better. He was a real hero. My deepest sympathy to you, Thelma, and your family. With great respect, Lee Iacocca. A couple of quotes from John Riccardo. Sacrifice is tedious and irksome. Love can make it bearable. Perfect love makes it a joy. In life, sell out totally to Jesus. His priorities in life were as follows: God, family, Thelma, his wife of 66 years and their 5 children, Chrysler and its 250,000 teammates, and finally, the University of Michigan basketball and football programs. 2001, he wrote me his philosophy of life. You asked for my philosophy of life, and I can think of no better source than Scripture. One of my most favorite passages is from Prophet Micah, chapter 6, verse 8, as taken from the Jerusalem Bible. What is good has been explained to you. Man, this is what Yahweh asks of you. Only this: to act justly, to love tenderly, and to walk humbly with your God. Sincerely, John. John and Thelma were daily communicants and were a shining example of a Christ-centered couple. That's the story of Mr. John Riccardo. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these messages of inspiration, please like, subscribe, and or share them with some friends. Until we meet again, please remember, with God, anything is possible. Spahom.